Hello, and welcome to the Wanderful Pair, where two travel agents with very different perspectives collide. I'm Jess, queen of couples getaways, and this is Tracy, the magical mama conquering family travel with a sprinkle of chaos. We're bringing you unique insights, experiences, whether you're dreaming of a child-free adventure or planning a family vacation. Each week, we'll kick off things with travel tidbits, highlighting our latest travel news, or sharing some recent client trips. And then we'll dive into a segment called Beyond the Booking, where we chat about our life outside of the travel agency. So buckle up, get ready to explore with the Wanderful Pair, because we're about to make your wanderlust dreams a reality. Hi, Tracy.
Hi, good morning. So just a disclaimer, I am surrounded by my cats. They may make an appearance, hit my screen. So if you hear like noises in the background, like that,
It's
is
okay.
why.
We were talking before we went live that we're both channeling our inner universal, because what are you wearing that you said earlier?
My favorite shirt of all time. It's based on the poster, the wanted posters. So it's Harry. So I love it. And then I'm wearing my pair sunglasses with my
Stop it.
Really?
So I think this is the first time that we're live, right? We're live out there.
Yeah, we're live. Yeah.
People might be able to see us, but I also did not realize that I'm channeling Hufflepuff or Honeydukes, I guess. You're Hufflepuff, I'm Honeydukes today. Which is funny because I don't think I've ever actually had the Honeydukes. So that's on my list for when we go. We haven't been to Universal in quite a bit, so I'm going to be leaning on you, because you're kind of like one of our universal experts. And that's what we're talking about today, because Epic Universe, I don't know what the countdown is, but you have a trip.
I believe it opens May 22nd this year. So it's less than 100 days. So it's getting crazy. They're doing team member previews right now.
Yes.
So they're in the throes of team member previews. If you're wondering why you can't see anything yet, or get any, you're not getting any photos or videos or reviews really. It's basically because they're not really show ready yet, but they are doing team member previews. And I have a few friends who are Universal team members. And from what I'm hearing, it's, for lack of a better word,
it's epic. Yeah.
So which is crazy because I feel like when they announced this, it was COVID and everybody was, home, or at least I was, because I'm in New Jersey. And, it just seems so far away, and now it's here.
It's crazy. The other podcast, so I'm a podcast junkie. We listen to all of the theme park news, what's going on. It is the first theme park of size to be open in America in the last 25 years. So it is I want to say since Islands opened, Islands of Adventure, the other Universal, the second park there. Volcano Bay opened, but we all know that Universal will say that Volcano Bay is a theme park, and it is. It's a water theme park, but it's a little bit different than what we think of as an Epic or a Islands of Adventure or a Magic Kingdom, a theme park. Some people classify it all together. Some people don't. But it's a legit magical. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be really exciting.
I think they're going to they're doing an opening ceremony for it. So I'm excited to see that, and I will be there opening week. So
yes, so tell us. So you are kind of going to be our boots on the ground. So you're going for opening week. So tell me about that.
I'm a little scared. I part of me wanted to be there for opening, but then no, because crowds really aren't my thing. I get a little overwhelmed pretty quickly, but I'm like, you know what? Even if I just walk around, I didn't think the tickets were that bad for one day. Okay. Price wise, I forgot what I paid, but it was less than $200.
Now you're an annual pass holder though, right?
I'm an annual pass holder. So, but there was they didn't specify this was an annual pass holder rate or there were discounts or anything like that. It was just because I'm an annual pass holder, I was able to buy single day tickets. So if you're looking to book an Epic Universe travel package right now, it's only available as a 1-day add-on. And that is because they want to keep the crowds to a minimum. They don't want hours long lines. They want people to be able to walk around the lands and really get immersed and experience it. So that is their strategy right now.
Yeah.
So once they announced that, I was like, okay, I'll give it a whirl.
Yeah. So you're going down just for the one day, or are you doing Universal around that?
I'll probably do Universal around that since I'm an annual pass holder. So, and I love just walking around Sans Kids and getting to do what I want to do instead of, let's go here and let's go there. And so
I just want you to go live the whole time and I want to follow along and just be like, what are you eating and drinking and all of that. So
the food looks incredible.
Yeah.
So we had the chance to be part of a Zoom presentation, and they kind of gave us a sneak peek of what's going to be happening in the different areas, food wise, and it looks really great. I think Universal, in terms of their quick service offerings, I think they're a little bit better than Disney for the most part. Where Disney kind of excels is, if we're going to compare the two, is really their sit down dining. But the quick service is awesome. I really enjoy the quick service. We do quick service when we're there mostly, so because I like to eat in Harry Potter restaurants. And aside from one new restaurant, I believe everything's going to be like table service, quick service kind of experience. So you order your food and then you go sit down. And there might be some experiences where you sit down and then kind of like the Harry Potter the restaurants where they bring it to you. So
let's just stop and give people like an overview of Epic Universe, because it is the first new theme park in like 25 years. So we know that it's opening this year. We know that it's been in process for a while, but like, what is different between it and the current, like, let's say Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure, what we think of when we think of Universal? Like, what's different? First off, it's not next to walkable to City Walk and some of the other things, right?
No, but it is going to have its own. I mean, it's going to have you're going to have free transportation. It's a few minutes away. I mean, I would estimate maybe it adds an extra 5 minutes if you're staying at one of the core hotels. It has 3 new hotels that are going to be at close proximity to it: the Grand Helios, Stella Nova, and Luna Resort. And the Luna and Stella resorts are the value category, and then Grand Helios is in the premier category, I believe, but it will not offer express passes. So right. I think what sets this park apart, I'm a theme park junkie, so I love watching videos from all the different Universal and Disney theme parks around the world. And it seems like the Asian theme parks have the best technology, the best everything. So now I'm excited for the United States to finally have something that is, brand new, top of the line, the latest tech, very innovative. So Epic Universe is basically going to consist of 5 lands.
Okay.
So when you walk in, and so if you've ever been to Universal, just take it up like 10. If you are a theme park junkie like me and you're very interested in Imagineering and how that works, you can go on to BioReconstruct. It's a really great YouTube channel, and they have drone footage up, so you can just see the scale of. I just said Imagineering too. I have I get them conflated the two, but you'll see just how massive this park is in terms of its scale. So if you're a fan of the Diagon Alley and the Hogsmeade lands in the original Universal Park in North America, this is just taking it up by 10. So everything is bigger, better. Just massive. So 5 lands. You'll walk into Celestial Park, which is like it sounds. It's space themed. It's very lush and bright.
Lots of greenery. Lots of more. I think they say bringing park back to theme park.
Yes. So Celestial Park will kind of be like your welcome center, and that'll have several attractions, including a dueling coaster. So if you're an original Universal Park goer, do you remember the dueling dragons that they had? They kind of reinvented it for this park, and it looks incredible. So Celestial Park, and then you'll go through that, and it'll be kind of like your welcome area. And then they'll have the 4 other lands are going to have portals. So these kind of tall structures, and each portal is going to be themed. So those other lands are Super Nintendo World, Dark Universe, which is Universal Monster themed,
right.
Harry Potter Ministry of Magic, but one side's going to be Fantastic Beasts, Paris era, and the other side is going to be the original 1990s Ministry that takes place in the Harry Potter series. So you're going to have two different time periods going on in one land. And How to Train Your Dragon.
Yes.
How to Train Your Dragon is actually the biggest in terms of square footage.
Okay.
Which I think is awesome because, if you have smaller kids, I waited a little bit because I have two children and they're 3 years apart. So once one was kind of older for Universal Studios, I kind of still waited because there wasn't quite so much for the little one to do, and they're both pretty adventurous. So I knew that was going to be an issue. And then, of course, a few years later, Universal opened DreamWorks Land. So they kind of reimagined that area by the Barney, where E.T. and Barney used to be, and now it's DreamWorks Land, and it has Shrek and Kung Fu Panda and Trolls, and it's very cute. So there's a lot more for the littles to do now, but Epic Universe has this whole other section now in How to Train Your Dragon that's really going to be geared towards little kids or younger kids. I wouldn't say little because I'm going to freak out.
I'm gonna go.
A toothsome meet and greet and one of his children, Dart. So I saw a bit footage of them testing the meet and greet, and it looks, it looks pretty great.
That's amazing.
Dark Universe is also going to have, you can meet Dracula, Wolfman, the Bride of Frankenstein. So I don't know how true this is, but I read somewhere that it's going to have the most meet and greet experiences. This theme park is going to have the most meet and greet experiences.
It seems like it. It seems like, I've always loved theme parks because you get to walk into the story, right? Like when you walk into Harry Potter, you feel like you're in Diagon Alley or you're in Hogwarts. You see the Dementor, when they put the Dementors up during Halloween Horror Nights, like you feel like you're in the story. And I feel like they, like you said, they took it to another level. All of this feels like I haven't even seen How to Train Your Dragon. I guess I need to go watch it.
It's adorable. You get your box of tissues so you can watch the whole thing. But yes, it's an adorable series. They have several movies and a standalone series, I believe.
Even without knowing it, obviously I know Toothsome. I know the idea is the little cute little dragon. But the idea that I don't even know, I know the kind of the story, but even not having watched the show, I don't have any connection to the movies. I'm still excited about the land, right? Because of the couple of rides. They've got a couple of the coasters that look really cool. But like you said, it's for kids of all ages, which I think is really unusual for Universal. It feels like they've got the coaster kids things. They got the like crazy, Rip Ride Rocket, may it rest in peace when it dies later this year. It's going away. But like you've got the scary rides and fast rides like Velocicoaster, which I still haven't been on. So I don't know. We might need to schedule a trip for like the fams to go down, like our families to go down and go to Universal. It seems like, again, there are so many places to see in this world. It seems like
I know. Well, it's whatever floats your boat, whatever makes you happy. We're very much into theme parks. My family is. And that's because my daughter, she gets excited about, she needs that like dopamine hit. So she gets excited about new adventures. She's not a big beach person. She's not a big sand person. So we're kind of limited on, my children the younger one probably would love it, but the older one would definitely get bored if we stay at a resort, which is why we did a cruise. And that was like a first big thing because we have, there's a ton of activities to do on the boat, as opposed to staying on a resort where you just, you have pools and water slides and everything's kind of, all the activities are kind of geared towards outdoors. So we're very much theme park people. I'm a huge sci-fi nerd. I'm a huge fan of Harry Potter, Star Wars. So I love immersiveness. I love a good theme. So for our family, this makes sense. And we're actually going to Epic Universe in August. So
bringing that. So what do you know about the Super Nintendo world? I know my brother is like, we played Super Nintendo when we were kids. So when I saw it opening in the Asian parks, I was like, because I think Universal Tokyo got it first, I think.
Yeah.
But like the idea that you literally have the wristbands and you go like power up and you feel like you're walking into the video game, like it looks so cool.
It's going to be a little. So if you're familiar with Universal Studios Hollywood, they opened it, I believe, in the last 2 years. I can't remember if it was last year or the year before. This Super Nintendo World is going to have a larger footprint. So its portal is going to be like you're walking through one of the tubes, so the green tubes that you have in the game. And it's going to have more rides, including a Donkey Kong themed roller coaster that mimics track jumping, like in the video game. So you're going to feel like you're jumping the tracks, which is crazy. But that's what I'm talking about, how Universal really stepped up its game. So this, I'm just so excited to see everything, like the theming, the shopping, just the immersiveness. I think the land I'm most excited for, I love I love Nintendo. I grew up with Nintendo. Come on. Sonic the Hedgehog. I mean, like we didn't have iPhones and things like that. So when I needed an escape, I used to go play my Nintendo or my Sega Genesis, and that was it. But I'm most excited for and I'm a huge Harry Potter fan, but I'm most excited for the Dark Universe area. But Nintendo is just going to have a larger footprint than the one in Hollywood. And yes, you get the power-up bands, and you can find things to do around the land, which is great because, I think that's just one extra element, because not everybody is a fan of rides. And if you're not a fan of that specific ride, you can still get the immersiveness by walking around and doing other things within the land. Or if you have younger kids that don't want to go on, you still kind of can get the experience of it all. So I think it's genius, and everything is themed in that land. Like even the food is hyper themed. So I'm really excited to see that. And from what I saw, it really does look incredible. I think they did a great job. And
we kind of talked about the idea of it being like a hub and spoke, right? Like we may not have mentioned it, but we should. That you're going through these portals, right, to go into the land. But it's going to be different than like any other theme park that we're used to, I think, because like in Disney, it is a hub and spoke in the Magic Kingdom, and bounce. You can still go from land to land even if you don't go through the hub. My understanding of this land is you have to go back out that way you came in, right? You have to go through.
Yeah, I think everything is kind of connected through Celestial Park.
Yeah.
From what I can tell from the maps and the layouts I've seen, I believe you're not going to be able to go from one to the next. But we'll see. But that's what it appears to be. I think they want to keep you fully immersed.
Which is very cool. Like, but as a theater and an operations person, that kind of terrifies me. Like, I'm kind of like, so that's why I'm really excited to see how the team members. So like you said, they're in team member previews right now. And all of the bloggers are trying to be the +1 to all the teams. Like people are like trying to get in there.
I've never seen so many please somebody adopt me requests on the internet.
I love it.
But yeah, I mean, that's what it looks like. But in terms of size, everybody's saying this is going to be the largest theme park in North America. But that is including the parking lots, the hotels, and then they're going to expand this eventually.
Oh, there's expansion plans.
So they're going to expand this eventually. So I don't know when, or if they're going to make new lands or just expand on the ones they have. Okay. But yeah, so I think the park itself is around 110 acres. Okay. So which is similar to Magic Kingdom, I believe.
Oh, okay.
So same size, maybe a little bit bigger. So I think it's just they put the priority on, like, once you walk through the portals, that land is going to be, it's going to make you feel kind of small. Especially, if you see Harry Potter and the Ministry of Magic, it's the show buildings are
huge,
insane. They're huge.
Yeah.
And what I'm hearing from that land is, I don't believe the Ministry ride is open yet because it was having some technical difficulties. But I heard that the pre-show, where you travel by Blue Powder, because the theme of that ride is you're going to the trial. Like Dolores Umbridge is finally paying for her crimes. You're going to her trial, and she's escaped. So the pre-show, I believe, is you travel by Blue Powder, and I heard the pre-show is unbelievable. Like just the pre-show is unbelievable. But
I'm getting like, it feels. Remember when Galaxy's Edge opened at Hollywood Studios?
Yes.
So it was like it was the biggest thing, right? It was expansion. It was you're walking into the movies, and like we got up really early. In fact, I paid for a hotel room that night so I could get early on-site access to, I think we were at Hollywood Studios at 5:30 that morning. Like it was insane. But I saw the sunrise over Black Spire Outpost, which you can't see anymore because they're never that or open that early. It was very, very cool. All of this is feeling like all of the pieces that they're putting together. Like you said, I think Epic is going to take it to another level.
To be honest, I really feel like this is going to be better than what Disney did. So, and I'm a huge Star Wars nerd, so I love what they did with Galaxy's Edge. I felt like it fell short a little bit in certain areas, but for the most part, I mean, it's the only full-size Millennium Falcon you can see anywhere besides the other Galaxy's Edge in California. So
it's now the plans that they use to make it. They now Lucasfilms, like that's what the Galaxy's Edge or the Millennium Falcon like architectural renderings are now, because they had to do it full size.
I mean,
I don't know. You're making me really excited. I know we're a Disney fan. I know I'm on the Disney cruise in a couple of weeks, but dude, I think we might have to try to get down there. You may have to text me and tell me when you're going in August. We'll see if we can join you. Is there any like nighttime shows or parades though? Have we heard? Is there any nighttime stuff?
I didn't hear about the nighttime stuff yet. So I think there's going to be, they were testing fireworks. So I assume there's going to be some kind of fireworks display at some point. Yes. Okay. But what everybody's talking right now is the ride in say hi.
There's a kitty. Oh, yeah. For those on video, now we get to see a kitty.
So it's the main attraction in Dark Universe, which is going to be it's a ride. It has the most innovative technology that they've ever done. So everybody's raving about that. They said it's the best attraction ever created. So I'm really excited to see, because I think I don't know if you've seen the Jurassic Park World ride in, I believe it's in Tokyo. It's in one of the Asia parks, but they have a full dinosaur that chases you. So, and then the Pirates ride, I believe in, is it Hong Kong Disneyland, or again, it's one of the theme parks that's in China, has the Pirates of the Caribbean that like you sink and everything rises. So I'm kind of, excited to see like how massive this is and how innovative this is, but they're combining animatronics with if you're familiar with Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey, how they combine screens with animatronics, it's got a similar feel, but everything's stepped up a notch. So that ride is getting just really insane reviews. So basically the premise of that one is it's I believe it's Victoria Frankenstein, the granddaughter. She's doing experiments, the monsters have escaped, and you're kind of going through the castle and being chased by them or trying to contain them. So
I had a dog join us because she insisted on being part of the recording.
I mean, that's pets and kids, man. You can't even go to the bathroom without.
Like they're gonna come on in.
It's I won't see my cats all day, and then I'll use the restroom, and all of a sudden it's a party in there. Okay, we're all in here.
So you're going down by yourself. So it's gonna be just you wandering, like exploring on your own. Are you staying on property?
I haven't decided yet.
Okay.
So I have family and friends that live there, so I may just stay there. So, and just save my on-property experience for the fam. We're staying at Grand Helios in the theme park view room. So,
oh my gosh!
So I'm excited for that. But I am going down in a few weeks for training, on-site training. So, and then they're going to give us a tour, I believe, of either Stella, Nova, or Luna. I can't remember which one, but one of the newer ones they're giving us a tour of. So I'll get to see it. So that's cool. So I'm excited for that. And this is something that nobody else has done yet. So and if you have been to Universal, you know how great how amazing a job they did at Diagon Alley and Hogsmeade. So I mean, with the wand experiences, just the overall theming, the merch. I love the attractions, especially Hagrid's. But I just think they did a fantastic job. And now this is like going to be more than even that, which is crazy to me. So
it's crazy to me because we've been watching Bio Reconstruct as well, like the videos and the flyovers. Of just seeing them build this from the ground up. I feel like it just sprung up, but it's been going for years. I can't believe we're finally here and we actually like get to see it. Well, you get to see it. I clearly need to plan my own trip.
Yeah, I'm hoping, they add more. They said they just released the single day tickets for the military, by the way. So if you're a military member watching, you can also purchase single day tickets.
Okay.
So I'm hoping they release more, but we'll see. And we haven't heard anything about, I have a lot of people asking me before they book their trip, am I going to be able to do more than one day? Are there going to be VIP tours, express? What I can tell you is that the new hotel, although it looks absolutely incredible and beautiful, stunning, rivaling the other premier hotels, I think I'm pretty confident they're going to keep those three main premier hotels are the only ones going to be offering express go forward. So even though Grand Helios has its own entrance to the parks, you can't, if you stay there, you don't get express. But the rates were very reasonable and the theming looks beautiful. So I'm really excited to have that experience. The closest I ever got to that was walking through the Grand Californian.
Yeah.
We've never stayed there, but the Grand Californian Disneyland has its own entrance to DCA. So I've never had that kind of experience.
We stayed there on our 10th wedding anniversary and highly recommend. Being able to walk straight into the theme park, no matter what it is the coolest experience of it. So very similar to Disneyland Paris. Disneyland Paris has its own entrance into, like, it's literally right next to the regular turnstiles. And Disneyland Paris, you walk straight in as well. Amazing. No, I'm really excited, but we are about to time. So my question to you is, what are you most excited about for Epic Universe? What are you most excited about, or your must-do attraction?
Yeah, I think I don't want to repeat myself, but I think you could tell us. It's hard. It's I'm a huge Harry Potter nerd, so definitely, yeah, probably more so Dark Universe because I've never experienced. I love Universal Monsters. Oh my gosh, when they do those for horror nights, those houses for horror nights, they're always one of my favorites, even if they're not top rated. Still love them.
I love it.
I've watched all the original movies. I'm just obsessed with Universal Monsters. The Wolfman is my favorite. It's my fifth favorite. So they're
I want to see a meet and greet. Tracy, there's a meet and greet.
You have not only meet and greets, but you're going to have a steakhouse that's like themed to vampires, and it's going to have actors. The servers in there are going to, tell stories and everything like that. But they could also, if anybody's familiar with Bippity Boppity Boutique, they're having, and the Pirates League and all that, they're having a monster makeover boutique there. So you can actually get made over into a Universal monster. So, I mean, it's just, so definitely Dark Universe, just because it's something that I have not experienced ever. And my kids are all horror obsessed now, so like their father. So yeah, I think that's probably going to be our favorite, but followed by, when they said they were announcing they were expanding, because I can't get enough Harry Potter. So when they said they were expanding and adding another land, I was so hopeful it was going to be the Ministry, because that whole place in existence in the books is just incredible. So I thought, oh my gosh, if they recreate this is going to be amazing. So yeah, and just the fact we're going to be able to travel by Floo powder, and then Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix when he has his trial and he rides the elevator. And I always used to joke like that would make an amazing ride, and that's the premise of the ride. You're in the Ministry in the elevator, it's like chasing after Umbridge, or she's chasing you, and so
it's so fun. I now need to go figure out when I'm getting back to Universal for this after Epic opens. But I think that is going to have to be our time. I cannot wait to see all of the video and the going live from our socials, which we just launched, which is exciting. So I guess what am I supposed to say? Like link in the description below. We'll figure that out. But you're going to go live. You're going to do some amazing stories from our new socials. But I'm going to wrap us up and say thank you for joining us on the Wonderful Pair. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Be sure to subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts so you never miss an episode. And don't forget to follow us on our new social medias for travel inspiration and behind the scenes fun. Follow along with Tracy when she goes to Epic in a couple of months. But it's time for us to go make some travel memories. So we'll be back soon. Bye.
Take care, guys.
There we go.